Happy day today. This is my old 1-ton four-wheel drive diesel pickup. Use it for a plow for the dooryard, and it's not roadworthy. And I had a bunch of stuff stored in the back here because of, well, you've seen how tight my shop is. No place to put anything, and all kinds of good stuff came up. You get the old boat hook here, and you can see in the back here, I'm pointing to this. There's a sail, here's another sail, and there's another sail, and among here, right here, there's 3 old sails. And these are not sails that I were counting on. These are the oldest ones that I salvaged off a catamaran that somebody abandoned and up on a beach on a local neighbor's property, and they allowed me to salvage whatever I wanted off it before they towed it out and sank it and made an artificial reef out of it. And I got a sail cover right here. Oops, that's a sail cover off a Columbia 24, and this barrel is full of micro balloons to make a fairing compound when you mix it with epoxy. And so lots of good stuff. And other things I found, well, that's an old lobster boat pot hauler, and I can sell that locally. Plenty of lobstermen. And here's another sail cover. That was when I salvaged off the old catamaran. And I found my old diving flag at the buoy, and all kinds of line everywhere. And then what makes it more of a happy day, I'm still finding things, is that I found my old fisherman's anchor. And this fisherman's anchor, I was going to sell it and let it go for only 25 bucks when I was on Cape Cod, because we had so much stuff and I was just trying to get rid of things. I mean, everything went for pittance and nobody bought it, and now I'm glad they didn't, because there's no way I'd buy one for that 25 bucks. It's an old fisherman's anchor, galvanized, but it works just fine. So it's going to work good on my cruising boat. And then what else did I come across? Well, this cart. This cart here, this is a cart that that's a cart I had picked up for drywall. When we moved to Maine, my wife and I, we built our own house. And literally, we moved up here, we bought the property, about 50 acres, and what we did is we bought a camping trailer, and we brought it on the property after we cleared enough land to get it on the property. And day by day, I just kept clearing land, and we bought the tractor, and we did some excavation work, and we poured our own concrete, we built our own house. And this cart was for rolling drywall around inside when we finally had the house dried in and we started work on the interior. So this was disassembled and it was in the back of that truck. And so now I'm going to use it for all my plywood. So the plywood is just stacked up here, but that's not convenient. I can't leave it there, because if I leave it there, I can't use my chop saw, because it's a sliding compound chop. It has to slide back, and I can't just move that plywood around every time I need to when it's in the way of something. Everything is so cramped in here. So that'll go on that drywall cart, and it has really big wheels, so it's gonna roll pretty easy. So I've been finding all kinds of good stuff. So today's a good day. These are all a bunch of sails I have up here in the overhead, and the white bags with a red stripe on them. I don't even know if they'll come out in the video, but if they do, if you see a red stripe on a sail bag, those are used sails off a Columbia 24. Those are the ones I was going to cut down for the 18-foot sailboat that I'm building. All the other sails are brand new tan bark sails that were for a 30-foot double-ended cutter, and brand new, never even been out of the sail bags, never been bent on, ever. And in addition are some International Orange storm sails for that same boat. So those are the ones I would be using for my larger boat when I get that built. and also down there you see a green bag and an orange bag together. Those are immersion suits or survival suits, more commonly known as Gumby suits. So those are, I'm going to pull those out and check them all out and upgrade them and make sure they're not rotted or anything, and they can go along on board the cruising vessel too. I got the cart all loaded with the plywood so I can move it around. It's not very easy to move with all that weight on it, but I can move it, so that gives me a little bit more flexibility here in the shop. So just one more little achievement as we go forward. Well, a new project just came in, and I know I said I wasn't going to do any more. I was saying no, but this is from my wife. If you recall the production bench that I built a couple of weeks back for my wife for her business, she came across this shelf unit that will complement it, but in order for it to fit properly, she left a note for me. She said it has to be 22.5 inches overall in length, and I've got 26 3/4, so I've got to take about 4 1/4 inches off. And the way to do that is, there's no glue on this, it's just it's assembled. It has adjustable shelves, and I just have to take the screws out, cut 4 1/4 inches off each shelf, and then just reassemble it, and that'll do the job. And if I do that, even though I said I wasn't, then at least I will be able to keep eating dinner, which is a good thing. Okay, so let's get started. Well, it's only par for the course that this project has taken place while I'm in the middle of reorganizing my shop, and stuff's piled up on everything and there's no place to work off of, no bench. So an old milk crate on the floor, and we'll just get by with that. Oh, look at that. I'll see if that's easy or not. That wasn't bad. I just measured the holes here, and also have to drill, and it's about 7/30 seconds for these big fat guys to screw into. So, take this out, like these. Let's see. So 4 1/4 is what I need. Another scrap. This one I'm not going to save. I'm just going to toss it with all the rest of the crap I threw out. Although normally I would have held on to that. Well, before I do though, I think what I'll do is I'm going to line up these holes so I get them in the right spot. I'll mark where those holes go. And I can drill the new ones like that. And I'll just put my square across, mark them in the center, and I can drill them. We'll start the hole, locate it so that the drill bit doesn't dance all over the place. It's more accurate. Don't need that. Just have to drill it. I think I'll drill an 1/8 inch pilot hole first. Alright, let's see if this worked. Yeah, I got these started just by hand, by finger. And let me started. Just a little bit on each side. No, not perfect, but it works. Okay, let's see this one. I'm going to do this one just like I did the other one. So measure 4 quarter. And okay, excellent. Anything else, I'll use the match after this one so I can locate holes. Okay, I got them all cut down. And let me finish putting it back together. And we can call this project done. I'm going to go back together. I'm going to start by hand first. That usually makes for a much smoother assembly. Make sure everything's properly first. All right. Okay, it is. Shortened by 4 1/4 inches. Hope that makes her happy. Well, I hope taking time out to bang this project out for my wife makes her happy. And now that we got that done, I got to get back to getting the shop straightened out and get it ready to start building my boat. But it's little things like this that are always holding me up, and I had a ton of these projects coming in left and right from a bunch of different organizations, other people want me to do stuff, and that's what held me up and kept me just kept me from getting started for so long. Never had a chance to get the shop squared away, so it's back to the salt mines. And by the way, even though I said no and I took this and did it anyway, I don't want you to get the wrong impression. In my house, I'm the captain of the ship. My wife is the admiral. Thanks for watching. Oh, don't forget, press buttons, like, dislike, subscribe, share, all the good stuff. Thanks again.